Hello, Kim Searle here, midlife mentor, helping people develop emotional calm and mental balance. I thought I'd talk to you today about empty nest syndrome. We're coming up to that time of the year when the older children are likely to be fleeing the nest, either because they've got a job somewhere or because they're off to university. And it can be quite a challenging time for the parents. And I know traditionally it's been the mother of the family, but I think it's for parents generally, where suddenly they find they might be on their own. And I have heard tales of people looking over the breakfast table at each other and wondering, who are we? What are we doing? But there's also a big element here that people may not realise, that it's a form of loss. For both parents, they have had a very strong role in nurturing, catering for the child's every needs, making sure that they're looked after, that they're developing their education, they're setting themselves off into the world. And then comes that moment when they leave, and it's what do I do next? It's interesting because people who retire go through a very similar process. They've had a very strong identity for many years and then find that that's gone. And let's be honest, I've introduced this video saying I am a midlife mentor. No, I'm not. That's my chosen way of selecting what I do. I'm Kim. The fact that I choose to do midlife mentoring is another thing. So can you start to see that you've identified with yourself as a parent, and now the children are about to leave home? Who are you? What are you going to do with any spare time that may be left? And it's common. It's a form of loss, and it's like grief. And for some people, they can't wait for it to happen, but that doesn't mean to say that they're not affected on some level. And there are others who will really go through a grief process. And I think the best advice I can give for you, who, if you're going through this or about to go through this, is be kind to yourself and recognize it is a process and you can take your time. And whilst you take your time, I want you to start thinking about you. What do you love doing? What did you love doing when you were younger? What did you always want to go out and do? Places to see. Maybe you want to learn something. Maybe the job that you're in or the career that you're following has been purely about keeping the family going and paying the mortgage and all that good stuff. Maybe now's a good time to reevaluate the next phase of life, what you would like to achieve, what you would like to do. And it's not as difficult as it sounds. And I know that sometimes it can seem like a great leap of faith to make massive changes to your life. But you can do them one step at a time. And each small step you do towards what you want to achieve or what you want to do or where you want to be just means that the transition will be so much easier for you. And as you say goodbye to your young ones as they flee the nest and go out into the world, do it with love. Don't hide your tears if there are tears there. They need to know that this is important to you, but don't cling to them either. So it's a nice natural balance. And if you really do struggle with this whole process, this whole looking across the table at your partner wondering what next, I help people with that all the time because it's about refinding you. So important, don't you think? Kim Searle, midlife mentor. Talking empty nest syndrome.